What's going on, guys? It's Greg Dies, and today we've got another cleat review. This one has been highly requested. This is the new Nike Huarache 7. So to get ready for this review, I did a little research on what Huarache means because I've always been really curious and they've been out for a long time. Huarache was a word that meant Mexican sandal a very long time ago, and Nike first made a Huarache tennis shoe that I guess looked a little bit like it, and so now that's led into the Huarache line of cleats, which is Lacrosse specific, as built over into football a little bit, but that's a little fun knowledge for you guys. Huarache means Mexican sandal, and that's what these are derived from, I guess, even though this looks nothing like a Mexican sandal. Big shout out to Lacrosse Unlimited for sending these over. We'll have the link down in the description if you want to go purchase these for your upcoming spring season. But this is a cleat that I have worn a little bit in a game over the fall and have a little bit of experience with. I've also worn a bunch of Huaraches in the past. I think in college I bought the 3s from Played Against Sports to wear from one of my seasons. So here we've got the Huarache 6, so we can compare what they've improved for the new model. But the basic spec you know here, this cleat costs $130. Which is pretty expensive. Most other cleats like the Freeze and the Burn and the Under Armour Spotlight are down at $110, so you're paying $20 more for the newest Nike version. But for the first time ever, they have a low model, so generally the Huarache has been a mid. Now they have a low option, and that's only $100. So for the first time, you can pick between Huarache mids or Huarache lows, which I think is pretty cool. And they've also got 4 colors. So let's dive in here. First thing that we always talk about with cleats is weight. These are 11.5 ounces per cleat, which doesn't mean a lot to you, but the old ones were 12.5 ounces per cleat, so they are a full ounce lighter than the old version, which you can definitely feel, and they've switched up the materials a lot, which I think was a really good idea. But for cleats, as far as what we reviewed, this is pretty heavy. The Freezes are only 10, and the Addy Zero was even lighter than that, so this is definitely not the lightest pair of cleats, but they do have a lot other going on for them, which is going to make them more appealing. So first, let's talk about the construction and the look. I really like the look of these cleats. I think they look fast and aggressive. They have a limited edition color that looks really good, but here we've got the neon yellow version. Just has that Nike with gray and white accents and the same color on the base plate. The new things you're going to notice for this cleat are, first off, the cuff, which I really like. This is a really soft sock-like cuff, which helps it fit a little bit tighter to your ankle. And the next big thing is fly wire. So that's a technology Nike uses in a ton of their tennis shoes, and it's this wire that runs up and down through here. So it's attached at the base of the sole, and then the laces run through it right here. And so when you tighten those laces up, it wraps it around and pulls it tight all the way from the sole up and around your foot. I've had tennis shoes that have these and also cleats, and I've found it to be the most effective way to keep your foot from sliding around, and this is definitely my favorite feature of these cleats. Once you get them all laced up, it keeps it really tight to your foot and makes sure when you cut, which is really important for lacrosse, your foot's not going to fold over or push out the side. And then they combine that with this coating over the mesh. So it's a full mesh construction to keep it really light, and then we've got this coating on the outside to make them more durable, but also just help with that lockdown and feel it's going to keep your foot in the same exact place. So comparing them to the 6, you can see they had on this one a full, really heavy and thick leather outer, which made the shoes really durable and also gave them a really secure feeling. But it was really heavy and really clunky, and even the inner part here where the mesh is had this thick, heavy elastic, and it was all really clunky. So for the 7 model, and I like where they went with this, they went with the full knit inside, which is much softer, much more comfortable, much quicker to break in, and much, much lighter. Comparing the base plate, it's almost identical. It's got this cool kind of organic feel that goes around. It's a little bit of a thicker base plate, but it's not that stiff, but it does give you a good amount of support. And what I really like is they have these triangular shaped carved out studs. So some of the cleats we reviewed just have circular studs. These, I like the shape, and it just felt like it dug in a little bit more. And then not quite to the level of the Freeze, but they've got some smaller studs on the outside just to help catch when you go out onto a corner. They don't stick outward like the Freeze do, but there are some smaller ones in addition to the main studs that help you with traction. So in conclusion, things I really like are the fly wire. This is my favorite feature of these cleats and something that I would never want to live without in cleats. But one thing I really noticed was an issue was the width. This is a 10.5, I wear a 10.5, and pretty much everything is always a perfect fit. And they were so narrow that it was pretty painful for my feet for the first game that I wore them in. I've seen this feedback from other people as well on social media that breaking these things in is tough. So if you're worried about them being really narrow or you have a wider foot, you might want to bump up a half size because these were pretty tough on my feet for that first game. So in conclusion, I like them a lot. They're a little more expensive. For me, everyone was asking between this and the Addy Zero. I think if I was gonna recommend a cleat right now, the Freeze 2 is still what I'm gonna wear in games. It's still my favorite. I think the lightweight, the fit is really comfortable, and it's got those spikes I really like. So total package, I'm still sticking with the Freeze 2, but this with that fly wire and this new knit cuff is a really nice option. So let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comments, what you think, leave them there, we'll make sure to answer. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.